Hi, this is Susan Phelan for Utah Book Scene, and I have the exciting opportunity to talk to Tito Momen. And Tito wrote the book, My Name Used to Be Muhammad. And I just finished it. It's an excellent, excellent read. Very, very interesting. Tito, welcome to Utah Book Scene. Thank you for giving me some time. Your story is basically one of, just kind of to set this up for our readers, going from a very conservative Islam household to converting to becoming a Mormon. And I loved how you began the book and how it kind of set up just the sense of place of where you grew up. So can we start by having you read a little bit from the beginning? Thank you. Right here.
It was my 5th birthday, and my presents hung from nail in the wall. White trousers, a long white gown, a white Moroccan cap, and a turban to wear over my cap. With my left hand, I picked up my brand new black leather sandals and headed for the door. My home was part of a compound that included 6 houses and a mosque. Relatives, mainly my uncles and cousins, owned the homes. My bedroom door opened to an outdoor walkway that led directly to the mosque. At the doorway, I dropped my sandals over the threshold and into the walkway. Then I stepped through the doorway, right foot first, and slid my feet into the sandals. Always exit and enter a room right foot first. Never wear shoes in the house. Those were the rules of Islam.
Right foot first, never wear shoes in the house. I mean, the rules just went so strict, even from the age of 5, for the simplest things. It's fascinating. Now, your father in the book talked about how he wanted you to be an imam, and he was very, very strict. It probably was hard to feel love from him, and so I can imagine as a boy that was a difficult time. If you were able to look back and comfort the boy Muhammad, what would you say to him?
What I would say to him is he should just bear it, and it's a matter of time, and that there will be a day when he will be free from that burdens. Patience. Yes, patience pays a lot.
It does. And you had very little play as a child too. Do you have happy memories of childhood?
Yes, my hobby was to draw, to write. The only thing I can be able to do. But even that one sometimes was taken from me. I mean, I can be writing, but I cannot draw.
Yes, I remember when, near the beginning, he found you doing some drawing, or found some drawings, and you got in big trouble.
I get smacked.
But you found ways, and those were your moments, your peaceful moments, was when you could draw.
Yeah, so especially when
then we're in an appropriate place here, aren't we?
Yeah, sure.
Now, most people that are going to be watching this interview grew up with malls and supermarkets and that kind of a thing. Could you give us a sense of what the marketplace was like where you lived?
Yeah, the marketplace where I live in Eternally was called Unguru. So it's a market where you have, it's a city where you have all the tribes of Nigeria living there. But the biggest market there is animal markets. Because at that time, animals were very important to the country. So there's a slaughterhouse So these three countries who are neighboring Nigeria, they had a lot of animal heads, you know, and they send them there to sell.
Well, that leads me right into the funny. It's a funny story, but it's a tragic story because people were actually killed. Could you tell that story in the book about the beehive and the marketplace?
Yeah. Usually Wednesday is the market day. I mean, the market's open every day, but Wednesday is the market day at Guru. So there's people like, and there are two kind of markets. There's a kind of market for a market that sells goods, and the other markets only supply animal heads, you know. So in the center of that market, which is a big field, there's a tree, a very old, tall, thick tree. And most of the traders, the rich ones, you know, they sit under that tree.
Get a little bit of shade.
Yes. And this guy was selling his perfumes. So he go from one end of the market to the other trying to sell his products. And he was right under that tree, and he opened one of the bottles to let the people smell what he has so they can test and smell them and buy one. And not knowing there is a beehive on top of that tree, and these bees just got mad and attack everybody. You know, they come out like in thousands, and everybody just running for his life, both human and animals. You know, so many people were at trumpets and so on. So I think some people died, so many animals died. Yeah, it was a disaster.
It is a disaster, but it's just, there's the humor about it that it started with perfume and a beehive.
Yes.
That's kind of an amazing story. In chapter 13, this was very interesting to me. You talked about your first camera and having images. Now, this was the old days when you had to go get the film developed.
Yes.
And tell me about that and how you felt seeing images for the first time that you had been able to create.
Yeah. For me, it was amazing. I love it. And that's what made me to start drawing. Just like what I see in the camera doing, I wanted to do that, you know. But after some time, the camera was taken from me because people start complaining. Because the nature of the people around that area, they believe that doing images in the religion, it doesn't work. I mean, it's not accepted.
Okay.
It's a taboo.
What do you do now for fun?
Now, almost do nothing, just home, school, home.
School and home. But it's enough.
Yeah.
Simple life.
Yes. Yeah.
We've been talking to Tito Momen for Utah Book Scene, and we're going to take a break now, and we'll be back with more later. Thank you.